Hello everyone. Well, it's quite a small, light box today. A Dirt Devil. Another Dirt Devil I've quite liked the look of, but never seen one in real life. And in the UK certainly, they're not very easy to get hold of. This one turned up on eBay and it's the first one I've seen on eBay for quite some time. So I placed a bid, but nobody else obviously wanted this because I won this for the opening bid of £9.99. So here we go. It is a Dirt Devil RoomMate. Oh heck, I didn't realise it had a metal handle. A little bit damaged. It's got black paint on it, but yep. Bit reminiscent of a Hoover, old Hoover handle, not as wide. So that's the lower handle. We've got some loose screws, a nut and bolt sort of thing. And then we've got the actual upper handle and this, which could be just to hold the cord, I suppose. I've never seen anything quite like that before on a vacuum. So, here is the cleaner. A brief look at it. It's not in bad condition. There's some paint marks on it. It's a bit dirty, but you know, not bad at all. And there's the mains lead there. Okay, right. This is a bagless upright vacuum cleaner. It does have a brush roll, which I've tried to get, but I can't. I have got belts for this. The belts for this also fit particular vax cleaner, so I managed to get 6 belts for £3 or something. I didn't need 6, but anyway. Right, we've got some. We've got a square nut and a washer, which I assume has come off the bottom. So I'll assemble a handle and we'll have a closer look at this RoomMate and then we'll obviously switch it on. Okay, well here is the Dirt Devil RoomMate upright vacuum cleaner with cyclone cleaning power, fully assembled. Now I think there's something wrong here because here is a little square nut. It doesn't look quite right. But anyway, it does the job. I don't think that's the original nut and bolt for the lower part of the handle, but it functions, so, you know, I can't complain. Anyway, I've given it a bit of a clean, just a rudimentary one, with the old wet wipe, then a little bit of T-cut, followed by a polish. It's not, obviously, this is just a very quick clean, but it's cleaned up, as you can see, pretty well, and it was nice and clean inside as well. They didn't send me a load of dirt that I often get when buying a vacuum cleaner off eBay. They seem to think I'd want a bag full of dirt, but it's all clean inside. So this is the dirt container, so it's a bagless. Well, it says it's an upright vacuum cleaner, but obviously it's a very lightweight, compact upright vacuum cleaner. The only two vacuums I would say compare to this in form factor are the Miele Art and the Electrolux Intensity. Now this is more in common with the Electrolux Intensity because it does have a revolving brush, whereas the Miele Art doesn't. But they're the same. They have the motor, the bag or the bagless unit, and the brush roll or suction nozzle, all in one unit. So here is the bagless container. Now it says it's cyclone. It says cyclone, but I don't know really where they get that name from. Because basically it's like a big dust buster from the 80s. Similar sort of thing with this. See how clean that is? Pretty pleased. That probably can be washed, but it's clean enough for the demo. And here's the dirt container. So basically you take it out, take this filter off, empty it, tap the filter, pop it back, and Bob's your uncle. That's all you have to do. There's no exhaust filter that I can see. This is the exhaust grill at the top. If I look carefully enough, I can just about see the motor, but there's no filter under there, and I don't think... No, there's no way I can get that off without undoing it with screws, so it's obviously not meant to have a filter. I wouldn't have thought anyway. So there we go, that fits into there, and at the back here we've got foot operated, on off, and the other switch is the handle release mechanism. And then if I turn the cleaner over, we'll have a look at the underside. So you can see that this does have a revolving brush. Again, I've given this a little bit of a clean. It was pretty clean to start with. The belt is pretty long. You remove the base plate, 2 screws, and the belt, if I can just show you on camera, really is about as long as this part here. So the belts I bought from eBay that said they were for this cleaner, I don't think there's any way I'm going to be able to stretch them because it's a very, very long belt. So it looks like the belt's in fairly good condition. We've got 2 wheels here at the front and 2 at the back. Just have a quick look at the rating sticker and then we'll plug this Dirt Devil in. Okay, so this is Dirt Devil model DD760, 230 volts, 50 hertz, power consumption 250 watts. The serial number is DD06241038. Okay everyone, it's time for the initial switch on at hopefully a safe distance. Right, here goes. Well, I think that sounds okay to me. Let's see if the brush roll is rotating properly. Yes, that seems to rotate fine. Whether it's going to continue to rotate on this plush carpet, I'm not sure, but we'll give it a go. It's a bit creaky, especially at the top of the handle, but never mind. Right, here we go. Well, that seems to work pretty well. I had no trouble coping with my plush carpeting. It glided over quite easily, didn't bed itself down. Obviously it won't have great suction power. It's basically, it's just like it's a stick vac really. It's not a vacuum I'd say would be your main cleaner if you ever had one of these. I think these came out in the 90s. Obviously it's a Dirt Devil. Any of my American viewers will recognize this. Some of you might have 1 or 2 of your own. I don't know how popular this machine was in America. I suppose if you had a small apartment or flat as we call them in the UK, it might have been okay just for your floors. I'm not sure if you could get tools for this. Please comment below. I haven't seen any myself in the UK anyway. Well, that is interesting. Now, obviously, there's a little bit... This carpet's pretty clean until I put some dirt on it. A little bit of extra dust. But what is quite interesting, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to pick it up on camera, but there's hints of red sand in here. And I can't remember. It's at least 2 weeks ago, I think, that I did a video involving some red sand on this carpet. And it's managed to find some, which is quite surprising because... obviously I've vacuumed quite a lot since that video with many different types of vacuum. So all in all, for £10 plus postage, yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this. Well, we could see, this is obviously here, can you just see there? That's where the suction comes from. Let's see if I can feel anything. Surprisingly, yes, there is, substantial amount. I can't measure it, obviously. Can't really get my suction gauge on that. But for what it is, this is quite impressive. It's a nice little cleaner to have, and it goes very well with my trio of Dirt Devils that I have now. I've got, obviously, my first Dirt Devil was the popular Handy, which was very popular over here in the UK. Then the Broomy, or Broom Vac, as it was known in the USA. And now this, so I'm quite happy with that trio. There are other Dirt Devil cleaners available from this era. I think there was possibly a bagless upright and a bagged upright. And after this, there's plenty of other Dirt Devil cleaners, but they're probably just Chinese-made machines with the Dirt Devil badge on. Not sort of official Dirt Devil. I didn't see where this was made, did I? I don't think it said. No, it doesn't actually say. So if you know, folks, is this made in the USA? Could well have been. Doesn't actually say. Normally they would tell you underneath. Okay, well, since it seems to work on this carpet, I'll put a little bit of dirt down just for fun, just for a demo, and we'll see how it picks up. Well, here we go. I've put down some dirt, the old favourite rolled oats, some rice, loose leaf tea, and to represent grit, I've got some green coloured sand, which by doing this is letting it fall to the base of the pile. Now obviously this isn't a scientific test, and I never have pretended to do scientific tests. I'm just somebody who likes throwing down a lot of muck and picking it up. So, and it's not as if you can buy this cleaner, and I haven't got a link to buy it, so I don't have any vested interest in whether this works or not. It's just for a bit of fun, which I hope you do take for my channel. I like to offer a bit of fun as well as a bit of knowledge. There we are. I'm no expert, I'm just an enthusiast. But anyway, there we go. I've rubbed quite a lot of that in, actually. Let's do the old through the middle trick. See how much it picks up on 2 passes. Well, there you go for 2 passes. Not bad. This vacuum has quite impressed me. I mean, I bought it for £10 and thought it'd be okay. It'd be interesting to show my viewers, but I didn't really think it'd be any good. And even without a new belt fitted, it's not bad. There's a little bit of a line. It's mainly this sand, just a faint green line of shame here. Now, where is the belt? Well, yes, of course, the belt is. That is where the belt guard is. So that's what we would expect. I think you can see that on camera, just about. So obviously, we're not going to get much grooming or cleaning action where the belt guard is. But where it's actually cleaned and groomed, obviously, we don't know what's deep in the pile, do we? Until I get something a little bit more substantial out. And I'm sure I'll be vacuuming up bits from this demo for weeks to come, but who puts all this mess on their carpet? Not many folk. Not normal people who just buy a vacuum to clean their floors. But yeah, pretty good. Let's clean up the rest of this mess. Well, there you go. Pretty impressive stuff for such a small, lightweight cleaner. I could definitely detect a drop-off of suction as I was using the machine, as it was getting fuller, as the filter was becoming clogged. It was moving a little easier than it did at the start of the demo. But all in all, it picked up everything on the surface. It's probably left quite a bit of dirt deep down in this plush pile. But I'm sure I'll get it removed with another vacuum. But here's everything it picked up anyway, inside the container. There's also, incidentally, if it's working, there is a little flap, which isn't working now, a little flap that's supposed to stop the dirt from falling out. But as you can see, it's done quite well at removing that pile, and of course there's more on the filter. Now you can actually take it off the filter frame. It says attach filter to filter frame before placing back into dust cup. So here we go. This comes apart. There we are. So that's the filter frame, and here's the filter, and as you can see, look, quite clogged, but I did expect it to become clogged. In normal use, without putting extra dirt down, the filter probably wouldn't clog so quickly. But all in all, pretty impressive. I think you may agree or you may not, but the results speak for themselves, at least on the surface. Anyway, I'm going to do a silly thing now, folks, to end the video. Silly because, well, it's my vacuum and I'll do it if I want to. And at the time of making this video, not that I'm expecting any happy returns, but it is my birthday. Sad that I am, instead of going out partying, which we can't at the moment anyway, I'm all alone in my living room, putting down a load of muck. Well, anyway, I'm happy enough. It does sound sad and pathetic, but I don't care. I'm enjoying myself, and I hope you enjoy watching the videos. So, to end this video on this really quite interesting little dirt devil, I'm just going to make some attempt at cleaning up this pile of dirt. Well, surprisingly, eventually, this little dirt devil did manage to pick everything up. Obviously, it snow ploughed the pile for quite a distance, but when I got to the end of the line, it did pick everything up. So, really surprising performance from this ultra lightweight compact vacuum. I would recommend, if you like vacuums, if you collect vacuums, if you're one of the nutty people like me that like your vacuum cleaners, then it's certainly one I would look out for. If you can see them, obviously if you live in the USA, you can probably find these a little bit more easier than we get them in the USA. I still don't know what that's for. Yeah, sorry about this. I thought that was something to do with the cord storage, but I don't think it is, because there is a little hook on the top here for wrapping the cord, because we've got the lower hook, as you can see, and then the cable does wrap around the top hook. So please folks. What is that clip for at the top of this Dirt Devil? RoomMate, because I have absolutely no idea what the function of this odd-shaped clip is. So if you can tell me what that's for, folks, please comment below. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Lots more to come. Not just vintage vacuums. I've got quite a few brand new vacuums, cordless, robotic, multifunctional, and just standard upright and cylinder vacuums to look for. Far too many for me to show you even in 2 years. I've absolutely got loads and loads of machines that you haven't seen yet. So please subscribe, click the bell icon, and you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. So for me and the Dirt Devil RoomMate, it's goodbye and thanks for watching.